I'm here in the next 3.5 hours to help you discover or uncover the why of execution. Why is execution important to you? To you as an individual and to you as a collective whole. Now what I want you to do is switch your thumbs so the other thumb is on top. Re-zipper your fingers so that they're still one off, but they're still clasped like this. Now is this you? Your reflexive tendencies. What do you notice about this? First of all, take your hands apart, shake them out, put your hands back together, look down at your thumbs. Did you do it the first way or the second way? The first way. Why did you do it the first way? That's who you are, right? That's who you are. And in order for you to do it the other way, you have to have some deliberate awareness. You have to have, in fact, you have to have more than awareness, you have to have a sense of why. And of course, you've been talking about change, you've been talking about all the things that are important for you guys to go back and execute upon, but it's going to require that you move beyond your reflexive tendencies. So why would it be important for me to go back and to try something differently and to stick with it and to build a network of people around me that will see that I'm slipping back? It's too hard for me not to go to that other way, and I keep going back to that reflexive tendency. And you have this network of people that will support you to go beyond that. So everybody do this. Show me your index finger to your thumb. And go ahead and put that right on your chin. Now I know you know English. Help your neighbor find their chin. Look around, help your neighbor, make sure it's on their chin. We have to rise above. We have to be willing to recognize the fallibility, even though it's a great strength of ours, that there is still more for us to do in order to adapt to change. We have to be willing to look beyond our silos, ourselves. We have to be willing to change. There was peer pressure to change. Culture is going to dictate the degree to which people are willing or ready to change. Yeah? You're looking around going, uh-oh. The reason that I wanted to have some of these conversations and some of these activities is for you to recognize that it doesn't matter if it's an activity that seems completely unrelated to what you do, like this activity around change. If you weren't willing to look for, how does this activity connect to who I am, what I do, where I'm going, there wouldn't be any value. And there's so much value in that silly little activity that we did. And that's going to be true as well for this exercise, this simulation that you're going to start here in just a minute. If anyone in this room is not seated at exactly 4 o'clock, and I'm going to have my watch, and all 72 products not completed as they were intended to be completed, you will not have accomplished this collective task.
We took it out of the box as obviously a bike. We started putting it together. We needed some parts. People ran around, got the parts. We trusted each other. The bike came together right. She QA'd it, broke the handlebars. We fixed it. This is what makes NetApp good to work, right? And this is what makes it good to work here. It was kind of interesting. We didn't open the directions. We had a senior director who took the wheel out and said, and started putting it on the bike. And we had a guy who said, we're missing some parts. And he started looking around. This is why we work at NetApp.
I'd like for you to look at your bike and tell me what your bike has. Tires and chains and wheels and handlebars and all those things. You can describe a bike by what it has, or you can describe a bike by what it is. Your products have certain things, don't they? The difference between what your products have and what they are is quite different. And for you to know the extent of what your products are is really what completes this hypothetical simulation and turns it into something real. Because this would not be complete unless we now focused on the most important part of your product. Bring them in. You look a little surprised. Yeah. We have 72 bicycles for you guys, and there's 72 of you, so each one of you gets to bring home a brand new bicycle.
We wrote a killer sales pitch for a completely different customer.
I know for you, it was kind of a mechanical thing that you had to put together as for this project, but for them, it means much, much more.
The opportunity here is for you to connect these feelings with thoughts that relate to what you talked about this morning, that relate to your customers' quality, meeting time deadlines, sharing tools and resources, and ultimately impacting your customers.
And we did the exercise, and then as soon as we met Kevin, who was number 26, it turned into something else. And there was a statement this morning about people's jobs depend on what we do. And it turned into Kevin's safety depends on what we did and how he leaves with that bike. And so that really affected our whole team. And as soon as Kevin came over and saw his bike, we were customizing that, the fitting, and doing what we could to make him comfortable and excited on that bike. And then we sent him away with a total solution. It wasn't just a bike, there was a helmet and a lock. And so, we didn't just equip him with something and send him on his way. We made sure he was okay to keep going. So.
If we did that every single day with our customers, we actually connected with them, made it a real solution, and then asked them what they needed. It took on a whole new level when we met the customer, and that we need to find a way to take that back to our teams.
And of course, the dynamic shifted when the children came in, and I was terrified. Like, oh my goodness, we're going to give this to a real kid? Oh, are you sure? And then, like the split-second examination of like, is the bike going to work? And then the coolest thing happened too is everybody on our teammate, we looked at the bike and we said, we built something that's awesome. It's solid. We don't have to rush to really make last-minute tweaks. We engaged in building a quality product without even knowing that it was going to be given away to a kid. And that's why I'm proud.